The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us. No, Louisiana was telling New York, you need to extradite that doctor here, and the governor of New York going, no.
Go fuck yourself. How about that? How about I give you the finger? That's my favorite line from The Matrix. It's the first one. And then they muzzle Keanu Reeves. How about I give you the finger? Yeah.
I like it that governor got asked in an interview, do you think you have to respect the laws of Louisiana? And she was like, I have to respect the laws of New York. Like, yes. And when they pressed her on it, she goes, well, that's a matter for the Supreme Court then. Like, it's not my duty. We can't follow the laws of another state.
Right. Because in New York,
makes no sense.
I mean, that's just how brazen.
Yeah.
You know, how about John Oliver making fun of Elmer Fudd? God, what did he say? It doesn't. Something stupid again.
I got to watch it again because I was going in and out of sleep.
So was I.
So.
Because I was so stoked to watch it. I stayed up. It's like I had a dress. No.
I thought I could watch it in bed.
Nope. No. What's that thing? The recliner went up.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's done.
So yeah, I love it because Louisiana is a fucking cesspool. Oh, fuck it, the whole country is. Perfect example. Our vice president, who basically is a nobody at this point. He had more powers as a senator than he does as a vice president.
Apparently, though, he has the power to embarrass half the country internationally.
You know, Stephen Miller wrote that for him.
Oh yeah.
Because he tried to. He was in Munich, first of all. Read the fucking room, you douchebag. It's illegal for you to do stuff there. At any rate, he tries to give the room a dressing down.
About democracy.
He was like, well, maybe your election wasn't that secure if all it takes is blah, blah, blah money and a few... what is wrong with you?
Also, it's, I get it, you don't want... let's just say you don't acknowledge that Russia was meddling in the 2016?
Yeah.
For Trump.
And Elon Musk this time.
Yeah, but so it's clear that Russia did meddle in the election, and all they had to do was create teenage girl profiles on Facebook.
Yep.
And that got people sharing
Correct.
fake fucking videos everywhere.
And then Elon...
So it cost Russia nothing.
Yeah. Half a dozen KGB agents.
If that.
So...
They probably just found, like their version of Anonymous. They were like, yeah, we want to fuck with America? Yes, I do.
Then here's your computer. What else do you need?
Vodka.
Okay, here's your vodka. Do you need an upgrade on this computer?
Yeah.
Great. Yes, because JD Vance said that if that's all it takes to sway an election,
right,
then maybe it wasn't secure to begin with. Saying the quiet part out loud. And then immediately endorsing the new Nazi party.
Correct, yeah.
The AFD.
Yeah,
it's capital A, F, big D.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
The one that everybody's protesting.
The alt-right there. I just call them the new Nazi party.
Yeah, I mean, that's effectively what they want.
And they're trailing. They're not going to get it. They're trailing.
No.
Yeah. But still, there's a MAGA movement in Germany that our vice president literally went over there, scolded all the Europeans in Germany.
Right. Which is, that's always tough to take.
And then endorse them.
From a man with natural mascara.
Bruh. I don't... Again, I know I say I don't understand a lot, but it's wild as fuck that someone from our government looked at that speech and went,
nailed it.
Give this guy a raise. Nailed it. Right. And then when he stopped for applause, it was like his 3 handlers that were clapping.
No, and then the 2 speakers after him immediately addressed him.
Yeah, they were like, I can't read this from prepared words. Right. Because now I gotta fucking spend time on this cocksucker.
I mean, this is like the second time in 2 weeks he's made some statement, and other world leaders are like, hold on.
The Pope. Right. The Pope. Every bishop on the planet got a letter basically saying JD Vance is a dick.
What the fuck's up with this dude?
Yeah.
Get control of your boy.
Right. Somebody come get your boy. Because, wow.
Even like Opus Dei is like, hang on, man.
Like, oh.
Whoa.
Stop. Get him back to the States. And, I don't know, let him do something.
Oh, man.
Do something else.
It has been a while since we've had a high-profile excommunication. That would be fun.
The Vice President of the United States. Oh, that would be great. Oh, getting Trump's impeachments.
Nullify.
Yep, there you go. There you go. Because you could do that. We're going to wipe that off the record.
Yeah. We'll just erase history.
Well, he's got the whiteout.
Yeah. So does that mean then every news organization, including like Fox and Newsmax and all them, they have to delete all their videotape and commentary from that?
Dude, no.
I mean, they are banning people from the White House press corps, so that's...
Again, Constitution what?
Right. Like...
that's crazy. And then... God, I can never remember her name. Immediately was like, so you don't think that's stopping free speech?
Right. Caitlin Collins.
Thank you.
Yeah, the CNN White House reporter. Yeah, she's very good at that, like, kind of teacher tone. Like, yeah. Well, hang on, just to clarify. Like, she's doing it very politely, but effectively she's in smart speak being like, are you the dumbest fucking person in the world?
Like, tell me how that checks out. I'll make notes. Yeah.
So you're saying...
And then the response back was like, basically they were mean to us, so we have the right to kick them out. And it's a privilege to be here.
And you should be happy that we allow you to exist.
Correct.
Like, what the
And if you ask a question we don't like, you will get banned.
Yeah. Which you kind of want to go, like, even as much as Nixon hated the press, like, his press secretary never would have said anything like that.
Fuck no.
Like, even at Nixon's height, like, after landslide elections, like, didn't come in there big dick swinging around going, like, you can't ask that.
No.
And I forget that dude's name, but that dude spun fucking shit into gold many a day.
Right. These people are fucking morons.
Yes.
Dumb.
Which is what sort of scares me.
And we deal with, or we don't, again, a large portion of the company is like, yep.
Because, like they think being like that is like, being a straight shooter. It's like, I was watching this thing on, Ezra Klein did a piece about how the MAGA really jumped on the NPC thing.
Yes.
And of course, like, he's talking about, like, the whole idea about, and makes some valid points about how, like, the Democratic Party is sort of like just like this pre-written, pre-made character, blah, blah, blah. But it always it makes me funny because it's just, or I laugh about
Democratic Party is done.
Well, but like you look at the dudes on MAGA TikTok and stuff like that are talking about, there's these dudes who are complaining about how there's no alpha males or Democrats can't be alpha males, and then they start like being like real bitchy and are messy, as we would say it, like you don't do this, you do that, and you're going like, And another one of these videos I saw, like the guy goes like, is that what an alpha male does? Like concern themselves with how other men look?
Correct. Yeah, correct. I love it that the libtards are the snowflakes and get sad at everything, but good Lord, go anywhere online and every single MAGA is crying about something.
Or they're making a big deal about some minor, like again, something that I don't think most everybody I know, like with like egg food prices and inflation, are just kind of like, fucking knew it. Like they're not getting on TikTok and being like, "What's the egg prices?" But it's the MAGA people going like, "Y'all are going, why haven't egg prices changed?" Well, we don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
which is like that is a standard GOP thing going back to Gingrich and them of like when somebody applies to them what they do to other people, it's like, why are you so mean?
Yeah.
Who would ever think to do that? Like, you said the exact same shit 6 months ago.
That's Fox News.
Right.
That is all they do.
Correct, yeah.
They sit around and bitch and whine about what other people say.
Yeah.
Like, they'll spend 6 hours talking about me calling the president a Nazi. And I'm mean. I'm calling Elon Musk a Nazi cunt on Twitter. Like, why are they being mean to me?
But I think it's like that's what overall that is sort of what scares me, is that if this and I've even said it too, of like, stop the go high when they go low. Democrats need to punch at their weight level kind of thing. But then you go like, what this eventually could do is set this up to where, like, you really do have some of the least qualified people in positions that can alter our reality.
Yeah. For generations.
Well, and if this becomes like the standard, so now we're just back down to, any Joe Blow who, wants to go on Joe Rogan and have an opinion is now lifted up into the possible presidential candidates.
I am overqualified.
Right.
And I don't know shit. I am dumb.
Yeah.
And I am overqualified. More qualified than a lot of the people in Congress.
It sort of reminds me of like halfway through Bush's first term, when like just kind of people are like, oh God, like how is this dude like running everything? And then I was about the time that we went into Iraq, and then you have like
mission accomplished.
Yeah, but then you have like stand-up comedians that are like, I fucking hate both parties, and they're running their mouths.
Just go back and listen to any George Carlin.
Yeah, or and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh well, this guy has good points.
Bill Hicks.
Oh yeah. Well, that was during Bush 1 and Reagan. Which
it was end of Reagan and Bush 1, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking Hicks's wheelhouse. But
God damn, that man was a genius.
But like now you have like Bill Burr is on a tear.
Oh yeah.
And he always prefaces with like, I don't give a shit about politics, but everybody's like, he just has all these great points about, like, both sides are like, well, like that's what it takes, but like. Bill Burr is never going to run for political office. He doesn't. No. He doesn't care about that fucking shit.
I hear Bernie Sanders is setting up like a full-on assault. I'm dead. I hope to God he does, and he recruits some people who are likable. Bernie will go scorched fucking earth on his way off this earth.
Well, you also need to figure out how to fix the problem of like. Democrats not doing anything when they're in office. Like, that's the other problem of, like, again, like, you get one thing done in 2 years and you pat yourself on the back for the next 12. Like, you got to get more
everybody's
done.
Been writing on it.
The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.